Got my tin. I'm going to over the sink only, not out here. Take your canola spray and you can give it a slight little spray. Now the bottom doesn't matter too much, it just helps to hold the paper down, and the spray on the sides will stop your cake from sticking. You can flour the sides, you can paper the sides, but you won't need to because when the cake cools it'll shrink slightly and then you'll be able to tip it out.
Yeah. What happens if the cake gets stuck to the paper?
The paper won't stick, so it's greaseproof paper, baking paper. It's slipperier than normal greaseproof paper, so it's got that extra film and it won't stick, so you'll be fine. You'll peel it off. Alrighty, so that's done. We're going to start the actual mixture. So we've got butter, which is supposed to be soft. Can I get that as that for about 10 seconds, please, in the microwave? Yeah, that's the big white thing over in the corner. While we're doing that, the recipe does say grams. We haven't got enough scales today, so half a cup of sugar is all you need. That's roughly 100 grams. And a cup of flour is 250 mils, or in flour it's 120, 125 grams approximately. So we're using just under a full cup of flour as well. Okay, while we're waiting for the butter, I'll get my apple ready. The apple will go on last. How's that? It's nice and soft now. Yeah, we're good. Ooh, another quick burst for another 5 or so seconds. What's happening? Peeling the apple now. Peeling apples. Might sound simple, but an easy way to do it is take the top off, take the bottom off, and just peel down. What I'm doing, holding it on top, dragging it down, and my thumbs pulling it together. Yep, perfect, thank you. Now we're going to cream it together. The electric beaters aren't the best, so we're going to do it by hand. But get the butter nice and soft and be really, really easy. Just sit that there for a minute and come back to that. So we're putting in the butter, half a cup of sugar, and 2 eggs. Now some of these eggs might, actually these are tiny eggs. If you get a really, really tiny one, go 3 eggs. Because whenever you read a recipe, an egg, a standard egg is 55 grams. So you've got 55 grams of shell, and the rest is about 50 grams. So tiny ones, grab 3. If they're bigger, just grab 2. Yes.
Where's the... You can't do that, that's messy. Where's the bucket for that?
I haven't got a bin with me at the moment, good point. So you guys should, hopefully, have a bin, just a bowl on your bench to use as a bin, or a plate. I'll fix it up shortly. Almost there. Plastic wicks are not the best, and the butter's still a little bit lumpy, but hopefully when the flour goes in I'll mix it up. The recipe does say to sift it. We sift to get rid of any lumps in the flour, any broken bits of packaging that might be in there, and also if there's any bugs, they'll also get them out. It doesn't happen very often, but sometimes you can get a few little things in there that you don't want in there. Mix the rest of my flour. Okay, that's it. It's creamy, it's fluffy, it's light in colour. I told you it was an easy recipe. The mixture's going to go into my cake tin. They're all making one recipe each today, so you're going to have lots of cakes. You could change this recipe and put vanilla into it and leave the apples out, or any other ingredients that you like. So you can take a bit of flour, put a bit extra, put some cocoa powder in there to make a chocolate cake. Just spread it around. Not today though, if you do it at home. If you do it at home, I'd love to see a photo though. Okay, just spread it around so it's nice and even. Yep.
How would you know if it's even?
Roughly. When it cooks, it'll rise and level itself out a bit as well. Okay, so I peeled my apple, cutting fingers on the side, cutting straight down, cutting down again.
Aren't you supposed to take the core out?
I'm going to do that next. Okay, so you can core it first. What I've done is cut in quarters. Now I'm going to hold it there, fingers above on the top, not down here, but fingers on top. Then cutting down at an angle next to the core, and the core's out now. It's just a quicker, easier way. The cores do work, but if you miss, they go at an angle, and sometimes they leave bits of just the edges of the core in there. So this is just a trick I picked up when I was chefing. I just think it's easier. Now I'm going to claw my fingers again and then just slice. And then when I get to the end, fingers on each side, never cutting towards myself. And then the apple gets placed in like that. Now I'm using a green apple. We have red apples there as well. However, green apples work best because they're a little bit tart, and when they cook, they come up with a better flavour. Should be enough, hopefully. Now it's up to you how you put them on there, but if you want to, traditionally these are fanned around.
So pretty much it's a cake with an apple flavour.
Apple cake. Get a pen, get apple pancake. Sorry, I just can't help myself sometimes.
I got a pen, I got an apple.
Alright,
Apple cake.
apple pancake. And then lastly, we've got, now it says 5 grams, but we'll just go half a teaspoon, I reckon that should be about enough.
Cinnamon.
Half a teaspoon. I'm just going to sprinkle, not clump it, just sprinkle it over the top. That's heaps actually. And then we have the same amount of Demerara sugar, which is just a really thick, it's almost like a raw sugar, goes over the top. This will go in the oven for 20 minutes. How do I know if the cake's cooked properly?
Because you will notice that
Because it will look like any other cake.
It's not rise, it'll have colour to it.
it'll be gone.
Golden brown.
And the middle well is clear.
Yeah, so take a skewer or a sharp metal knife, a clean one, put it into the cake, take it out. If the knife comes out clean, it's cooked. If it comes out looking like that, then obviously it's not cooked yet. So let's do a spring back to it. It's cooked, the knife came out clean when I stabbed it, and I'm going to try and get it out without burning myself. So on the rack, lifting up, the pieces should just peel off. When they get tricky, you can turn it back over again. That's quite hot. And that's done, so let them cool down. You'll see that it came away from the sides perfectly, didn't have to do anything to that. It's just the paper. So if you don't put the paper down the bottom, they can stick to the bottom when they cook and they're really hard to get out. That's it. Thank you very much.